Welcome back to Casual Bias Rugby. Rassie Erasmus has come out and he's named his squad to take on the Wallabies in Australia for the Rugby Championship. A couple of surprises, to be honest. A couple of guys left out that I thought would make it, and a couple of surprise entries as well. We're going to look at the forwards, look at the backs, look at who didn't make it. Yeah, without any further ado, let's just jump straight into it. Starting off, Ben Jason Dixon. Massive for him, massive call-up. He's made an impact. He played his first game against Wales. He had a good game there. Didn't play against Ireland, but then played against Portugal and had a shout for a man of the match performance. What an absolute workhorse he is. He's deserved it. He's been brilliant for the Stormers in the URC and the Champions Cup. He thoroughly deserves this opportunity, and he's one for the future as well. I think you could have a good few caps in the Springbok jersey. Anyway, moving on. Peter Steff to tackle. We knew he's going to be there. He's probably the vice-captain as well. I don't have much to add to it. Just same as Ben Jason Dixon. You can literally just say it word for word. Tackle machine, workhorse, been there, done that. He's proven himself, deserves it. Thomas du Toit, try-scoring machine in the Premiership this season. Brilliantly, almost said brilliantly deserved, well-deserved for him to be there as well. Even Etzebeth to enforce himself. Just the best lock to ever do it. So no surprises there. But the standout for me, one of the standouts, Johan Grobler. I know I said it in the previous video. We can say it was just Portugal. But the way that this guy played, and he was literally everywhere. Johan Grobler, brilliant season at the Bulls as well. He deserves this call-up. He's been immense throughout the season. Great game against Portugal. And to be fair, he's going to be the number three hooker for us. Because you've got Bongi, you've got Marks, and then obviously Johan Grobler comes in if something had to happen between the two of Bongi and Marks. Vincent Koch, can you ask for a better replacement prop? He's always been there. He's going to do it from the bench again. No surprises there. Captain Rugby, Captain South Africa, Captain Siya Kolisi. Once again, he'll be the captain of the team. Elrich Louw, massive for him. And he comes in for Evan Roos. You could see the difference that was made in the game against Portugal in terms of impact between Evan Roos. Really struggled to find his feet, where Elrich Louw came from the bench and he just absolutely blew me away. He was so good. Deserves this call-up. I wonder if he's going to start at the number 8 jersey, because obviously there's no Evan and there's no Jasper Wiese. And do you want to start Kwagga in that number 8 jersey again? He's not been the most... he doesn't give you the most confidence, Kwagga, when you see him starting in that 8 jersey. But we know what he does from the bench. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Elrich Louw starting in that 8 jersey and then Kwagga coming from the bench. Malcolm Marx, don't need to add anything. Best hooker in the world. Bongi Manambi, Salman Murat. No surprises having him there. We do have a bit of a injury crisis at the lock position, but that's also where the surprise entry comes in. Salman Murat, not the surprise entry. Oxenche, no surprises, but this is the surprise one. Ruan Norkia comes in. Wasn't in the squad to play against, I don't think he played against Wales. Wasn't in the squad, not even in the squad to play against Ireland. Wasn't in the squad to play against Portugal. But yet he is here. And he was great for the Bulls. I mean, it is probably because we have injuries to Franco Mostert and John Klein. I don't even know where John Klein is. This guy's been injured for probably 10 years now. But yeah, obviously we needed another spot for that lock position. I do feel Roan Venter has been a bit hard done by. He was brilliant in that game against Portugal. But I'm guessing it's because Ruan Orkia's obviously got a cap for, I don't know if he's got it for the first team, but he's definitely got it for the South African A side. But overall, he deserves to be there. Moving on, we've got Kwagga Smith. As mentioned before, I don't know if I would start Kwagga. Well, I do know I wouldn't start Kwagga. But once again, he's one of the first names that you put on the team sheet, even though he goes straight to the bench. I'm not going to add too much. Ergie Snyman, he'll probably partner Eben Etzebeth in that 5 jersey with Franco Mostert being out. The absolute Viking, just a bit of a shit stirrer, to be fair. Literally took on, 4 Portuguese players. Man of the match performance, he was great. And we need him to perform now. Gerard Steenekamp, he was great against against the Irish when he came from the bench. He was absolutely brilliant. He's also had a great season for the Bulls. Brilliant scrummager, has to be there. Marco van Staden, I mean, he's our fetcher. So he'll probably be on the bench, to be fair, and coming on for the likes of Siya Kolisi at about 45 minutes, as they usually do. And then the one that I'm kind of a bit iffy about is Jan-Hendrik Wessels. If you've listened to Safas Unscripted, Brevon is a massive Bulls fan. I'm a Stormers fan, but he's a massive Bulls fan. And he knows the Bulls a lot more. And he was confused as to why Jan-Hendrik Wessels, in the first place, has been called up into the squad, seeing that he hasn't played too much even for the Bulls. But he was great against Portugal, to be fair. And Rassie loves the guy. And, we just back Rassie's decision-making in this thing. But anyway, that wraps up the forwards. Moving on to the backs, Lucanio Am, no surprises. Kurtley Arendse, Damian Dialinde, Apelile Fassi, good for him. He was good against Portugal. He was good against Wales. He's been one of the standout performers for a bad Shark season. Most run meters in the URC. Thoroughly deserves his call-up. And, I mean, with Damian Willemse out, we don't have another fullback. Yeah, Sasha can play there, but we know Sasha's future is at fly-off. And I would love to see Sasha come on as a fly-off replacement. So if you need another Willie replacement or Willie is injured, you've got Fassi there. Cheslin Colby, do I need to add anything extra there? Jesse Creel, once again, I don't like repeating myself, but he's the guy that's rolled back the years. I mean, I still remember watching Jesse in 2016, 17, even 18, where it was like, how can we still play this guy at outside centre? Like, he's never performed for us. Like, he's very plain and simple and just does what is expected. But it's not, there's no real authority in his gameplay. And he's the best outside centre in the world at the moment. Not even at the moment, since he's come back from Lucanio Am's injury before the World Cup, throughout the World Cup. Now, he was great against Ireland once again. The guy he's just unstoppable at the moment. So, Jesse Creel, Damian Dialinde, there's our centre pairing. Willie Leroux, massive, just like a fine wine. The older he gets, the better he gets. I think it's his best season that he's had in a very long time with the Bulls. Very excited to see him play in the Bok jersey again. Obviously, he got knocked out cold against Ireland in the second test. So this is a massive one for him. And then Makazole Mapimpi, no surprises. Obviously, congratulations to him. I think he's gone up to 3rd or 4th in the try-scoring list for South Africa with the best average, 70% average. So, out of 10 games, he scores 7 tries. That is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous conversion rate. And yeah, a lot of it is finishes. But he still needs to finish it. So, well done to him. Manie Libbok, I'm sure people will have some controversial opinions about it. But in the end, Manie Libbok just brings you something different. I know he doesn't kick well to poles. I know he doesn't. And I know that's part of his job and you can't excuse that necessarily. But he does give you something else to look at. If you were to go a bit feisty and you were to say, okay, we're going with a 5-3 split with Manie and Sasha on the bench, and you take off Andre and you take off Willie and you throw Sasha at fullback and Manie in that 10 position, which I highly doubt we'll do. And I don't want us to do that. But if you want to do that, give the kicking duties to Sasha and just let Manie run the attacking game in that 10 jersey if you really want to. And I wouldn't be too opposed to it. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I don't want to see it necessarily. Anyway, Andre Pollard, the Iceman, cool, calm, collected, good off the tee. The issue again is, can he have that backline flowing like we want to be flowing? But anyway, I think that his partner, Kobus Reinach, because Kobus Reinach will start now, with Faf de Klerk being out, that could maybe up the tempo for it. We know Kobus Reinach is elite. In my opinion, he's our best 9. And he's just scintillating. Kobus Reinach is by far the best at literally everything as a South African scrum half, in my opinion. Mordai van der Berg, well done to him. He was great for the Lions, had a good game from the bench against Portugal. I don't think he'll get any game time because Grant Williams will probably partner Sasha on the bench. That will be the combination that we bring on. And then, as we said, pace on the bench, Grant Williams can slide into that scrum half position or the wing position if you really need to. Anyway, that wraps up the squad. Absolutely, I'm happy. I am happy with the squad. I love that we're giving some guys opportunity. I hate seeing Ivan Roos not there, but I mean, I can't have too many issues about it. I can see what Rassie did, a mixture of experience with a couple of guys that are on form. And with that, let's just look at some of the guys that have been excluded of the squad. Ivan Roos, massive for him not to be there. After he had a great season in the URC. This is not to say he's not going to play in the Rugby Championship, but this is the squad for the Wallabies as far as I know. I don't think it's for the whole Rugby Championship. Trevor Akane not there. We have enough props. We're expecting Steven Kitsoff to come back at some point as well. But we've got enough young props coming through. Trevor Akane obviously on the older side of things. Pepsi Buthelezi, I wouldn't say it's too tough on him because he didn't really stand out in that Portugal game, but I'm sure Pepsi will play a couple more games for the Springboks. Andre Geventer, one of those in a position where we already have 3 props. Marco van Staden can also slot into the hooker position if you really needed to. And the 3 above him is just plainly better than him. And then obviously hard done by Ruan Venter. He probably went up against Ruan Orkia, but he's still young. He's the future for us, in my opinion. He's great. He'll still have a long future for the Springboks. Moving on to the guys that are injured or suspended. Faf de Klerk out with injury. Jaden Hendricks out with injury. Kainen Moody out with injury, but we're expecting him back sooner rather than later. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Rassie also said we're expecting him back for the Rugby Championship, so it might be just getting him match fit again. Jasper Wiese obviously still suspended. Andre Esterhuizen suspended. Edwil van der Merwe injured. Steven Kitsoff we're expecting back, but he's still injured. John Klein, I don't know where the guy is. Missing in action. Gone. Lori Jager injured. Franco Mostert injured. Damian Willemse injured. Herschel Jantjies injured. So a massive injury list for us, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. We should still get the job done against the Wallabies. I know they're on the longest winning streak in World Rugby at the moment when it comes to internationals, but I back our team. There's enough quality, there's enough form players, there's enough prospects for us to really go through and get our victories there. That is my opinion on the squad. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thank you.